Hello there, speed duelists. Welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing Speed Duel Showdown 178, 179. They were both on the smaller side again, so I decided to combine two tournaments into one video. These tournaments are held every Sunday night on DuelingBook and are held completely free, so maybe next week you could be one of the players. First one, 178, only had 3 players, so only 2 matches. And we're gonna see Delicates versus Katya. And as you can see, they are on a Winged Dragon of Ra versus Fossils. So Katya pitching Ra to search the Phoenix. And just passing turn. Yeah, chances of getting OTK'd are pretty small, so yeah, you can just pass turn. Offerings to the Doomed is picked up, and here we're gonna see Katya use Tribe Infecting Virus, destroying all fairies, but I'm gonna assume Delicatus is gonna... okay, use Sol and Luna to flip both face down. Could have also chained Medora's effect to shuffle back the monsters in the graveyard, which would have been pretty strong against the Winged Dragon of Ra deck. Katya now using Millennium Revelation, and there's a few things going wrong here. Yeah, Monster Reborn, even under Millennium Revelation, cannot reborn the Phoenix. You have to reborn the normal Winged Dragon of Ra. So players are gonna be calling a judge for that. Yeah, and now the appropriate Ra is summoned. And it's gonna immediately be hit with Book of Moon. Okay. So Delicatus is safe, gonna tribute Medora for Mobius and destroy the offerings to the Doomed. So Mobius will be destroyed, but Katya will have to skip her draw phase. Flip summons Winged Dragon of Ra to send it to the graveyard, and that reborns the Phoenix. Although that is an effect that can be responded to, and that is what Delicatus will be doing, shuffling back the Phoenix, as well as Book of Moon. Tribe Infecting Virus is flipped face up, so Delicatus will be taking some damage. Yeah, now using Gravekeeper's Trap, discarding the Book of Moon to add Medora and setting it. Yeah, that 1800 defense gonna be pretty good. On Gravekeeper's Trap effect, Delicatus declares Jinzo. That would have been a dangerous top deck. And yeah, just gonna pass turn here. Delicatus is gonna use Gravekeeper's Trap to add Calcifidia, the crusted. Is gonna crash his Medora into Tribe Infecting Virus, take some damage, and then special summon the Calcifidia, use its effect to send Weathering Soldier, and here we see why Calcifidia is so good in Fossils, because Weathering Soldier will add the time stream. Gravekeeper's Trap calls Monster Reborn, but that's not what was drawn. Katya uses the skill to put the Ra back and draws a Metal Reflect Slime, so she might be able to hold on for just a bit longer. Delicatus is gonna use the skill to banish a card from the hand face down, gains a counter, and will be using that counter to fuse Weathering Soldier with Tribe Infecting Virus for the Skull Buggy, which he will then rank up into the Skull Knight. The Buggy searches for Weathering Soldier, which is then a set. And the Metal Reflect Slime will protect Katya's life points. Gravekeeper's Trap calling Monster Reborn. That's not the draw. And now it's yeah, a bit unfortunate that the Metal Reflect Slime was summoned. But yeah, Delicatus did have 3 monsters, so Sphere Mode is a thing. Skull Knight is gonna clear the Metal Reflect Slime though. And by using the skill to fusion summon yet again, I'm gonna assume that Delicatus will be attacking for game, right? With the Skullgios. Yeah. Fossilina for extra insult to injury. And Delicatus will be taking the first game. Let's see here. Fossilina being drawn yet again. Excellent card against Radek, which barely has any normal summons. Taking things slow with Swords of Revealing Light. Gravekeeper Scrap gonna declare the Revelation. Yeah, but that's not the draw. Here we're gonna see Reactor Slime being normal summoned. Then Katya pitches Book of Moon and is gonna try to add and summon the Sphere mode, but that's not how it works. You have to tribute 3 from one side of the field. Swords is gone. Anyway, looks like Delicatus called Millennium Revelation again, and this time it was the draw. Katya is gonna tribute 3 monsters to summon Winged Dragon of Ra. And moving on to the battle phase, but at the end of the main phase. Yeah, Delicatus would be able to activate Gravekeeper's Trap at the end of the main phase, but yeah, they're just rolling with it how it is. Using the skill to gain a counter, using the counter to fusion summon. That is gonna summon the Skull Buggy, but it's gonna be time streamed into the Skull Knight. Gravekeeper's Trap will search for Calcifidia. And Medora being able to crash with the Winged Dragon of Ra, and here is Calcifidia coming out. But Metal Reflect Slime yet again going to build a wall. Calling Millennium Revelation. It's not the card that was drawn. And here we're seeing Sol and Luna being able to put the Metal Reflect Slime back in the spell and trap zone, and traps cannot be activated on the turn they are set. So Delicatus is just gonna win this one and move on to the finals of tournament 178. And they are up against another Merrick skill, but this time it's pulling the strings. Played by Gamebrain, who is going to accidentally discard their traps. But Delicatus having no monsters. Gamebrain will flip summon the Arcana Force 0, toss a coin, heads, so that gives the effect, negate your card effects, target this card, and destroy them. And it's gonna pull in the strings. To pass the fool to the opponent. Mist Archfiend is the normal summon, and Delicatus is gonna immediately Book of Moon that. And let's not forget, Arcana Force 0, the Fool, has that effect where it cannot be destroyed by battle or change to defense position. So it's gonna stick around in attack mode on Delicatus' side of the field. We see Medora attacking the Mist Archfiend, but Sphere Kuriboh. Aha. Delicatus calling Swords of Revealing Light with Gravekeeper's Trap, and that was correct. And players are figuring out the rulings on Mist Archfiend, but I believe being flipped face down resets the, the class it got. Mobius the Frostmark yet again coming down for Delicatus. It has been his MVP this tournament. Babaku is chained though, so yeah. Before the draw, Delicatus calls Mist Archfiend of Gravekeeper's Trap, and that was correct. So 2 for 2 this game. And we're gonna see Mist Archfiend attacking the Arcana Force 0. Normal summon of Weathering Soldier that is gonna crash into the Mist Archfiend. So Delicatus will take some damage, but now he's able to special summon the Cataclysmic Crested Calciphidia, attacking over the Mist Archfiend and then attacking directly with the Mobius. And Delicatus calls Arcana Force 0, but this time it's incorrect. It's a Waboku, which Game Brain is going to set. And then Delicatus has nothing else to do but to just attack. And again, Arcana Force 0. The Fool is called, but it's a Shadow Knight Archfiend. Shadow Knight Archfiend is going to be normal summoned and attack the Fool, but he has an effect that halves the battle damage. So that is only going to be 1000 damage. So Delicatus barely gets to live. Yeah, and Delicatus can just finish it. So almost. And yeah, as Game Brain points out, he missed the ability to do some extra effect damage with his skill. Anyway, we are gonna see the Shadow Knight Archfiend normal summons handed over to the opponents, and now Delicatus in the standby phase has to pay 900. Yeah, that's not optional. And Waboku is gonna protect Game Brain's life points. Game Brain is gonna normal summon another Shadow Knight Archfiend. Delicatus is gonna grab off Gravekeeper's Trap a Calciphidia. Game Brain is going to use Pulling the Strings to hand over the Archfiend. And in the standby phase, Delicatus has to pay 2 times 900 life points. And Game Brain playing around the potential Night Beam with Waboku. We also do see anti-magic arrows in Delicatus' hand, so very heads-up play from Game Brain to shotgun the Waboku in the standby phase. Delicatus calls Swords of Gravekeeper's Trap, but that's not it. It's the Mist Archfiend. And yeah, now in the standby phase, Delicatus pays 900. Is gonna try to Book of Moon his Archfiend, and it's a 5. So Book of Moon will still resolve. And yeah, now players are figuring out, yeah, it's not optional to pay the 900. So apparently, yeah, you do just lose if you cannot pay that. I think that ruling is correct. Was the same thing with Imperial Order the short time it was back. So Game Brain taking things slow. We're gonna see Delicatus not able to attack. Game Brain flip summons the Fool, that's heads, so you cannot target it. Very important since Delicatus is on Book of Moon, we've seen. And Game Brain is gonna try to attack for 2400 points of damage. And in the end phase, Mist Archfiend destroys itself, inflicts 500 points of damage. Mobius is then a tribute summoned. Plus Delicatus has the skill. So is going to fusion summon the Skull Knight. And Delicatus will take Duel Showdown 178. Next up, Duel Showdown 179. We see Katya returning. Again on Merrick. Playing against Soul Striker, who is on something spicy. Love to see it. Red Eye Inferno. You contribute Red Eye's Black Dragon with less tributes. Or you can discard a spell to fusion summon a Red Eyes monster. Okay, let's see how far Soul Striker gets in this 4-man knockout. we're gonna see Soul Striker getting the turn. Katya just passes. And Soul Striker discards Cosmic Cyclone to fusion summon Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. And look at the hand, there is Defusion. Yes! Splitting the Meteor Black Dragon back into Red Eyes Black Dragon and Meteor Dragon. So, bam! Instantly going for game. Wow. Let's see, Soul Striker has to go first now. And looks like Katya is choosing to go first. Okay. Is gonna put back the sphere mode. Draws the Metal Reflect Slime. That could be good. Depending on a Soul Striker's hand. But yeah. Breaker is gonna destroy the Metal Reflect Slime. And Soul Striker has nothing else to do here. We're gonna see Katya with Foolish Burial sending the Phoenix. No, sending the regular Ra. Then using the skill. Then Revelation is then used to add Monster Reborn. And Katya just normal summoning the Reactor Slime. Was there a line to go for game? Probably not, right? Anyway, we see that Soul Striker brought in a DD Crow from the side deck. We're gonna see Breaker try to destroy the Reactor Slime, but yeah, tough luck. But now play goes back to Soul Striker, who does have another Breaker, so but they're going for the fancy way. They're gonna fusion summon their Meteor Black Dragon and then just attack over. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Love to see it. In the other match, we're gonna see X Tower versus Domoski, and Domoski is on Battle City Bestie, and X Tower is on a Mako skill. Which one could it be? He's a player who's always on Fortress Wheel, right? So it's probably that one. Chao Len being normal summoned from the Moski side. And this basically lets you target a set card. And if you can call the type correct, it's stunned for the rest of the turn. So Chao Len gonna call Trap. Oh, Cosmic Cyclone. Or Galaxy Cyclone rather. Is not a trap. So yeah. Play is back to X Tower, who's gonna resolve the Melody of Awakening Dragon, adding 2 whites, then using the skill, pitching a white to add a whale from the hand, and he's shortcutting. He's also banishing the white to summon another white and adding the the white veil. But Sphere Kribo is gonna protect Chao Len. And yeah, Sol and Luna gonna flip the set Fossil Lina face up immediately, and that is gonna be enough to attack for game. Demoski showing some sportsmanship, saying that a Whale of a Tail deserves to win it. Let's see whether Whale of a Tail gets to win it. Gonna see X Tower with Galaxy Cyclone. Pre-preparation of Rites, which is the previously best card in all of Speed Duel. But he also has Melody of Awakening Dragon, the current best card in all of Speed Duel. Sonic Bird is gonna add another ritual spell. And just gonna try to attack for some minor damage. That's 14. The Moski now has Breaker. That's gonna destroy the Bluff Set ritual spell. I'm not sure whether X Tower is on any real back row, but now that's been protected from Breaker by bluffing the ritual spell. And we're gonna see X Tower shortcutting again. adding the Fortress Wheel and then tributing it to summon the other Fortress Wheel from the hand. Domoski having to just set to survive. Showdown is gonna have a peek. No, that's not a trap card. It's a Melody of Awakening Dragon. For some reason, X Tower is not firing it. Although he does have 2 whites left in the deck, so I'm not sure why. Fortress Wheel is gonna run into Sphere Kuriboh and Domoski with a Shield Crush. So that's gonna be 1800 points of damage. And surely X Tower had a line there, right? This is Melody, so... And Showdown only locks it for the current turn, so I'm confused. Showdown attacking in. And X Tower still not going for it? I'm definitely missing something. So if you guys see it, let me know. But Domoski is gonna take this one, unfortunately. Well, I'm glad for Domoski, of course, but I too wanted to see Whale of a Tale win one. Speaking of winning, we are on to the last match of this tournament. And Domoski going first and just setting 3. Wow, that's going to be tough for Soul Striker to get through. Breaker is going to be normal summoned and hit with the book. Soul Striker gonna use Summoner's Art to add Red Eyes Black Dragon. Gonna use a skill pitching the Book of Moon to fusion summon. And in the battle phase, book is going to be used. Soul Striker gonna chain. Oh no. Diffusion to bring back the materials, but Floodgate Trap Hole is gonna flip both of them face down. So very unfortunate. But at least Soul Striker has some solid defense now. Soul Striker drawing into Meteor Dragon, but that's too weak to attack over Breaker. Shield Crush is going to be taking that out. Adding another Meteor Dragon and Tribute Summoning. And attacking over the Fossil Dyna. Yeah, that might be saving him actually. Although, I'm not sure how much gas this deck has in it. Sphere Kuriboh is going to protect Breakers from crashing. And now Domoski has another Fossil Dyna, so yeah, that's going to be wraps, right? Yeah, this diffusion is not going to do anything. So hopefully Soul Striker gets a bit more lucky in a second game of this finals. I'm rooting for him, but Domoski has so many counters. Yeah, again, the Book of Moon, the Floodgate Trap Hole. And Domoski does get to go first, so he will be setting them. But Soul Striker not immediately going for it. He's gonna take his time. But now there's a Fossil Dyna, so oops. What can he draw to get out of this? Yeah, now the diffusion is drawn. That is unfortunate, but the skill has another effect. It decreases the amount of tributes we need for Red Eyes per monster the opponent has. So right now, Red Eyes can be summoned for no tributes. But Sphere Kuriboh plus Shield Crush is gonna crush Soul Striker's hopes. And Domoski is gonna be winning this one with the Battle City Bestie Good Stuff deck. Guys, I was Ryan Adams. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye.